Hey, fellow travelers, Mark here with Wolters Rule, and today we're here on the Eurostar going to London. What we have for you are the do's and don'ts of taking the Eurostar to London or coming from London going to Paris or Amsterdam or Rotterdam or wherever you're going to be taking it. And I think it's really important to start with this. Don't think that the Eurostar, that goes underneath the channel, only goes to London and Paris. There's also multiple stops you can go to. You can go to Amsterdam Central, you can go to Rotterdam, you can go to Brussels, you can go to Paris, to stops in Lille, and of course London at St. Pancras Station. So don't think you're limited to just a Paris to London trip. There are other stops on there as well. So for example, I'm coming from Amsterdam, having a little 4-hour train ride to London. So yeah. In general, I do have to say, Amsterdam in the Netherlands, significantly safer going around anywhere in the country than a lot of places I've gone to in the U.S. For example, it's 5:30 in the morning, and I'm walking underneath an overpass to the train station, and I've had my phone out filming because I'm not worried. So if that helps you feel a little bit better about enjoying Amsterdam in the Netherlands, I hope it does. Okay, if you're taking the Eurostar, don't think you can just show up and grab your train last minute. You do have to get there early. You have to go through security. They have the border control checks and all that stuff. So when you get off the train in London, you're done. So it's kind of a nice thing, but you need to get there early for that. So if you think you're going to run up like with 5 minutes left, just hop on. Nah, you got too much stuff to do. So that's why I'm walking at, 5:30, 5:45 in the morning to catch the 6-something-30 train, because I have to go check my stuff in. So just a heads up. So if you're leaving here from Amsterdam, you got to scan yourself in through the usual turnstiles like you do any train. When you come here to the Netherlands, just have your little ticket. It'll scan it on the normal thing, and then you go to 15B. That's where you have to go to get all checked in and everything. Don't forget, when you take the Eurostar, reservations are required. Every seat is going to be assigned to somebody, okay? So when you're booking, make sure you do pick the seat you want, and you can know which direction it's going, which way you want to face, but reservations are required, so you need to do that. Also, don't think you can just hop on with your Eurorail ticket. No. See reservations, train tickets. You got to have the stuff set up before you get on there, okay? So do be aware of that. So don't forget, you have to have your passport when you're going through, or the travel documents they allow for your country. It goes through pretty quick. You come in, you put your backpack in and your bags in the security thing, and then you go through Dutch passport control, then UK passport control, and you're ready to board. Pretty quick and painless. You do not have to take out your laptop or anything like that, but you do have to take your belt off if it's got a lot of metal on it. I found that out. Now, don't forget, there's 3 different types of seating you can get when you're here. You can get the nice luxurious business premier, which is very nice. You can do the standard premier, which I did, which is 2 seats on one side. And then you have the standard class, which is just the 2 and 2. All of them, the chairs are very comfortable. You can sleep about the same. The higher end ones, you just get more leg room, it feels like, and a little more space there. Also, if you're in the standard premier or the business premier, you actually get a meal. So you might get breakfast like here in the morning. That's why I got a nice breakfast, so don't forget that. But if you don't have food, don't worry. You can bring your food through security. So you can bring food, you can bring drinks. That's nice. But don't forget, they do have a lunch car here, their cafe, which I'm going to, and pick something up, so you have that as well. Also, don't worry how you like to pay, because you can pay with cash or card when you're here, and they do take pounds sterling and euros. So you don't have to worry about using the toilet before you get on the train, because they actually have a decent toilet here. And look, you can see my bald spot from all angles. It's great. Don't forget, you need to lock the door. So when you come in, it's unlocked. But now that locks it, just so you know. Then there's the smaller ones. You don't have as much space in these, but at least it's clean. And another full-length mirror. So when you're on the train, don't worry. You're going to have internet when you're on here. They do have free Wi-Fi. Also, one thing I'll tell you is it's actually kind of fast, but don't think you're going to have it the entire time. When you go in the tunnel, you might be a little out of luck with the Wi-Fi signal. So just know that. So if you're working on anything, make sure it's sent before you go. So once you get past Lille, make sure everything's sent. Also, can you see in the tunnel? No, don't expect to see anything in the tunnel. There's no light. It's just dark out there. Hence why all my videos would be like waving. It's just my reflection because it's pitch black with occasional lights going by. Also, don't think you'll have too much air pressure problems. My ears have not popped, but they were a little clogged. I just yawned and it went away. And I haven't heard any babies crying, so I'm guessing the air pressure is not too bad. Now, don't think you can bring everything when you come on the train. Now, there are some restrictions. I think the biggest restriction is actually the size of how much space you'll have up here. So you can put like a carry-on suitcase fits fine here. But if you have the bigger luggage, they have these things at the end here, which on busy days, it gets filled up. But today I have these ones. There's nobody here yet on it. And we're actually going through Brussels right now. But this will fill up too. What's nice is since everyone gets checked out coming in and out, you don't have to worry as much about your luggage. So you do leave it at the end. You don't feel like you have to check it every 15 minutes like you do on some other trains when you're going around the country, especially with the stops. So I thought that was cool. Hey, I want to say something about the Brussels stop. Don't think it stops at all the stations in Brussels. It only stops at the Brussels Midi station or the Brussels South station, okay? In Amsterdam, it's at Amsterdam Centraal. You have that. In London, it's in St. Pancras, and that's the only stop it has there. Because Brussels has 3 stations that kind of most trains stop at. I think it's important to mention it's just Midi that actually has the Eurostar. I gotta tell you, don't think taking the Eurostar is the same as taking a normal train because they have a different process. So when you're going to go, you gotta be there early. If you're coming here to London and you're gonna be leaving out of London, they'll tell you to be there like, 90 minutes early or something like that, an hour early. If you're going from Amsterdam, they'll probably say, 45 minutes to an hour beforehand because you have processes you have to go through. So when you're buying your tickets, don't forget to really pick the seat you want to have so you can get the direction you want, but also you can have your group together because every seat has to be assigned, so you might as well get them assigned to you, but they do sell out. So that's one of the things I want to warn you about. Also, when you are booking your tickets, make sure you don't forget to have the passport information for everyone that's traveling because you need to have that to get your ticket, okay? Now, if you don't have it when you buy it, you can do that, but before you leave, you have to have that in there so they can kind of let the border control know who's coming and things like that. Also, don't forget to print out your ticket or save it to your phone so you have it because you have the scan in and they're going to have that. So why try to search for it, on your email when you're waiting in line to show it to them? Just have it already there. If you have a Google Wallet or an Apple Pay kind of thing, they can be saved on there, not a big deal, or you have that there. Another thing is don't feel like you have to only buy it online. Like if you're here in London, you can buy your tickets here at the station and get something then. So if you want to do a day trip, they can be really nice. And honestly, don't pass up this as a day trip because if you're in London and you want to go to Paris for the day, like I said, it's only 2 hours, a little over 2 hours to Paris, so you can do that. And don't think you'll get any sympathy if you get here too late to catch your train. That's why it's really important to remember. Don't think this is like boarding any other train because you need the time, okay? Especially here in London, the lines get really long because it's all the trains going to Brussels and Amsterdam and Paris, where if you're coming from Amsterdam, it's just going to London. So do be aware of that. Now, when you take the Eurostar, I will tell you, don't be surprised if it's a little late. It's not like it's a different kind of train than any other kind of train, so there can be delays. So maybe don't book so you have a very close connection if you have to go someplace else. Don't forget also that King's Cross Station, if you want to go to north of England, is right across the street, so you have that option. There's also a luggage stuff there as well, right by the Harry Potter platform 9 3/4. So if you're heading over there, you can drop off your luggage and wait in line to get a picture with Harry Potter's little thing. Now, if you're wondering about if you can charge your device, don't worry, there are plugs on there, and they have it for UK and EU plugs, so whichever one you have. There is also a USB plug on mine, so that was helpful, so you can get your things charged up. And I know some people get a little scared when they know they're going to be in a tunnel for a long time, so don't worry, you're not in the tunnel too long underneath the English Channel, about 30-35 minutes only, so if you get worried about those things, now it's just a half hour of your journey. Now, when you're looking to book your tickets, I will say this, don't wait to book because these trains do sell out, especially during holiday season. So make sure you do that. And you can book plenty in advance and get your seats together and stuff like that. And there are quite a few trains. So if you're looking between London and Paris, there's over 20 per day. If you're going to Amsterdam, there's over 10 per day. So you do have that, but don't think there's a night train. That's not what they do. This one is too quick. Don't think these are long trips. I mean, honestly, Don't be surprised you can do a day trip from London to Paris or Paris to London, because London to Paris is just over 2 hours. London to Brussels, vice versa, is just over 2 hours. Going to Amsterdam, just over 4 hours. So you get some options when you're there. So don't think it's a very long train ride. So we made it to London, fellow travelers. I wish you all the best. If you have any other questions about taking the Eurostar to London or going to Paris or Brussels, please let us know in the comments below so me or other travelers can help you know better about your ride. Also, if you want to know maybe the don'ts of London or Paris or Brussels or Amsterdam, we've got those on our website at woltersworld.com. And wish you all the best. We'll say bye and have a great train journey on the Eurostar.